Patience. Patience is the attitude that helps humans to tolerate difficulties or setbacks in order to achieve something or a good or something that you're trying to work on.
To get to your goals. It's a very, one of the biggest virtues, patience, is something that is acquired throughout life. I think a lot of us are born without too much of it.
Yeah, I think patience is something that we cultivate over time. Sometimes we don't, but I think it's important to cultivate it. For me, in my life, when I was younger, I was really impatient, and I wanted to have everything done in like that, and rushing everything, trying to be fast, and it wasn't working. So I don't know how I developed it, but
it creates a lot of stress too. Like if you're impatient,
anxiety and stress.
You want everything now, but it's like not being realistic about that. Every process has a certain amount of time that it takes to develop or to Yes.
So that's patience. What's something that comes to your mind when we're speaking about patience, like in life? Or
I think when I was
driving
young, I was a little crazy too, and I didn't have patience, and then I started developing pretty early on, I think. And but examples with driving, people in traffic and things like that, when you're running to work or you're trying to go to school or whatever it is, and you're stuck at a red light and then the green light and beep, 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 and people start honking and cursing at each other and stuff, and just that creates stress, anger, things that are not your mind. You can't even think straight. You might go up on the sidewalk or on the grass, and then what? Then you're gonna have the cops pulling you over, and then now you're really gonna learn about patience, because now you gotta sit in your car and wait for the cop to come over, take your license and a ticket. It's not worth it. So how can we work on developing our patience?
Yeah, I think in life, like, patience can help us to tolerate to each other, like tolerate each other in communicating, being patient. Maybe somebody speaks too slow or they don't understand, so like being patient and like trying to understand, like, hey, this person learns a little bit slower and takes some time to learn and absorb my knowledge that I'm trying to transmit or whatever in this communication. So try to understand how it works and give it. So
it's like coming out of your comfort zone and trying to basically put yourself in somebody else's shoes, somebody else's time frame. If you're somebody who's really fast and trying to do everything fast and get your stuff done, and now you're like, hey, let me go visit grandma or grandpa, and they're 80 years old, and maybe they have a walker or a cane, and you're walking in the street with them, and you gotta hold their hand, and you're walking upstairs. It's like you can't be impatient with them. They're in another time frame, a different world of yours, but you have to have the patience to understand that and be able to enjoy the time with them too.
Yeah, make the best out of it too. Yeah, and with dogs too, like training your dog or any process, like if you want to, you have a seed and you want to have fruits, you can't just put it tomorrow or today, and then tomorrow you have fruits. No.
It's not the Jack and the Beanstalk, the magic beans that you plant today and tomorrow you have reaching the clouds. And so being a realist in that sense, and developing your patience in moments of stress, especially, or emergencies, like working in a hospital or something. I think sometimes it's even good to be able to calm yourself down, to breathe, and then be able to think clearly so you can act have better judgment. I think when you're impatient, you think you're going faster, but you're actually not. You're actually might be more prone to making mistakes, and etc., etc. And I think today people live a lot like that. No, we want everything fast food nation. You want it now. You have the internet, you have technology, you have Google for certain things, like, hey, what is this, the name of this or whatever, I don't know, Google it, look it up now, I want it now, what's the answer? And it's like, that's not realist. You can't really
unreal. Yeah, living in
maintain that for you're gonna burn out, the engine of the car or whatever.
Yeah, it's not healthy to live in a fast
so how can we
develop patience? Well, I think the first thing, one of the most important, is to accept and understand that every process has a time frame to be developed, and stages and like cycles or whatever you're doing. It can be a simple process or like something like very more intricate and take way more time. But also the time frame, it can vary depending in like it's impossible to say,
to
like
predict.
To predict, and you can't control the time.
But we can develop it with, we
mentioned
the breathing exercises, meditation, having hobbies that are gonna release those stresses, like surfing, yoga, going to the gym, Pilates, whatever it is. And
what else do you think it can be helpful to develop patience? It's like understanding, I would say, try not to control things. Like we try to control things that we can't control. Like
that will create some conflict and stress if you're trying to control things you can't control. Like what we said, the saying they say, a watched pot never boils. I say you want to boil the water, and if you're just sitting there watching, you're like, come on now, get hot now, get hot. It seems like it takes that much longer.
As soon as you turn, I'm ready.
It's like, just set it, let it go, get out of there. It's out of your control.
So be flexible, understand, and I think that can be helpful.
Flexibility, but I think the key is that patience is developed throughout time, and a lot of these things that we're trying to the tools to better your life are developed and practice, no?
Yeah.
Anything else to come up? You said about the breathing. Maybe later
we can do an episode about breathing exercises that can help you calm down, or they can help you to like get in a different mood.
It changes your brain waves and brain patterns. People say just taking deep breaths and things like that will kind of calm you down. It works.
What else?
It's not magic. It's kind of like magic, but
but a different type.
Magic.
A secret.
So I think that's it for now.
Okay.
My plans.
Be patient. Don't rush.
Bye.